Cardinal Sports Network brings you this special presentation. Event coverage starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Cardinal Sports Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, where this afternoon we have a Region 14 conference contest between the Cardinals of Trinity Valley and the Ponies of Panola College. The Cardinals coming to today's game ranked 7th nationally. They are 23-3 overall, 14-1 in conference play. Panola is 17-8 on the season, 9-5 in conference play. These are the two hottest teams in the league. The Cardinals have won 6 straight. The Ponies have won 5 straight. I'm Benny Rogers, the Sports Information Officer here at the college, and I'm joined like always by Tim Howard of Henderson County Now. And Tim, should be a great one because it was 89-81 Cardinals down at Carthage 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is another matchup that ought to be a lot of talent represented from both schools. As you see, the men's program's warming up out here, getting ready to roll, and the Cardinals, man, like you said, they've won 6 straight. The last time Panola lost was to TJC 5 games ago.
You look at the conference standings, and you see here now with 4 games remaining, the Cardinals have got a 2-game lead over TJC. They've already defeated Tyler at Tyler, so that's a game up in the tiebreaker, actually. And they've got a 3-game lead over Paris. Paris and TJC are playing today in Tyler. So if Paris knocks off TJC, the Cardinals knock off Panola, all of a sudden now you've got a three-game cushion there, and that's awful good going into the regional tournament as potentially the number 1 seed. Not to mention the Cardinals have only got 2 games over the next week, today at home and then next Wednesday at Corsicana against Navarro. If they can win those, they could potentially go into that final regular season poll ranked in the top 10 for sure, and boy, that's really going to get you in the conversation when it comes time to selecting at-large teams if you don't win the regional tournament.
Yeah, and I think that they've got as great a shot as anybody for an at-large at this moment, you know. But hey, they want to go ahead and wrap up this conference and take care of business, and they get to do it from their home court today, and we'll see how it shakes out.
Elsewhere in the conference today, you've got Jacksonville and Angelina, Blenny's at Coastal Bend, Bossier Parish at Kilgore, Lee at Lamar State, and as we mentioned, Parish is at TJC, so it'll be interesting to see how that TJC game turns out. And then, of course, Monday night action is Jacksonville at Lamar State. And, of course, we mentioned next Wednesday night the Cardinals will be in Corsicana playing Michael Lander's Navarro squad.
Well, this is going to be a fun day for Region 14. Every game's a fun one here.
Let's set this one up. The Cardinals come in averaging 88 points a game, giving up 66. Panola comes in averaging 82.3, giving up 55.1. The Cardinals are shooting 47.8 from the floor, 35.4 from three-point range, and 70.3 from the free throw stripe. Panola's shooting 47.0 from the floor, 38.7 from the line, and 74.6 from the free throw line.
Yeah, we'll get a chance to test the numbers around today with these guys on both sides of the ball. It ought to be interesting.
Grant McMillan is in his 3rd season as head coach at Panola. He is 67-26 to this point. In 2015, he was an assistant coach at Northwest Florida State, and they won the NJCAA title. Guy Furr's in his 16th season at the college, his 2nd as head coach, and coming into today's game, Guy is 47-10.
Yeah, Coach Furr is, you know, this team, they've really gelled together. I mean, they've come together. They're playing some incredible ball, and offensively, defensively. You know, we talk about Ichinike and what he's been able to do blocking shots. What hits me in the middle of the ladies' game is, you know, we're perched up here how high? I don't know. All of a sudden I look to my left, I'm
Standing elbow to
right,
elbow.
elbow to elbow with each Nikkei. And we're good 10 feet in the air. I'm like, no wonder he's such a dominant force down there. But it's going to be a fun matchup here today. Trinity Valley, Athens, Texas, hosting a good Panola squad, so I'm ready for it.
We'll take a look at the finals on the women's side of the ledger. All games are final now. Panola beat the Lady Cardinals here 63-61. Jacksonville beat Angelina 83-77. Angelina will be here Wednesday night to play the Lady Cardinals at 5:30 p.m. Kilgore beat Bossier Parish 91-81. Tyler beat Paris 86-70. And Blinn took care of Coastal Bend 75-47. Those scores are via Mike Montfort. We appreciate Mike sending those our way.
Absolutely. So, thoughts on this one here, Benny? What's your personal?
Well, two of the hottest teams. I think it's going to be a game that's going to both teams are going to get up and down the floor. We have seen the Cardinals raise their defensive intensity the last 2 or 3 games, so I'll be interested to see how they defend a very good Panola team. By the way, Mark Leslie, assistant coach for the Cardinals, told me earlier today, Panola leads the league in 3-pointers made and in blocked shots.
Wow.
So you see what the emphasis has got to be for the Cardinals on the defensive end is to defense along the perimeter, because otherwise they can get themselves into a bind.
Absolutely, and they're gonna be tested on that today. But you talked about that defense of Trinity Valley, and they really have. They've stepped up. They've looked like the intensity level has grown to a new level over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and it's really benefited the Cardinals in several areas, including getting those transition baskets, getting out, getting the high-powered dunks, and getting the crowd into the game. There's so much that goes into just good, hard-nosed defense.
And now we're going to turn it over to Tom Sherman, the public address announcer here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, for the introduction of the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Leon Spencer Court at the Cardinal Gym for this afternoon's game featuring the Panola College Ponies and your Trinity Valley Cardinals. The National Junior College Athletic Association, Region 14, and TVCC promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments or actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. Trinity Valley Community College thanks you for your cooperation. And now it's time to meet our starting lineups for this afternoon's game. Starting lineup for the Panola Ponies. Number 1, TJ Killings.
Killings averaging 9.5 points and 5 assists a game.
Number 2, Jawan Williams.
Williams is averaging 10.1 points and has 31 3-pointers on the season.
Number 10, Geronde Boyd. Number 20, Shandon Goldman.
Goldman's averaging 9 points and 5.7 rebounds, and he's got 43 pointers.
Number 42, Alex Holcomb. The Ponies are coached by Grant McMillan and assisted by Adam Blaylock. And now let's meet your Trinity Valley Cardinals.
Cardinals come in 23-3, 14-1
from Rockdale, Texas. Number 2, Wendell Mitchell.
Wendell Mitchell's averaging 20.2 points, 5.8 assists, 6.6 assists, 5.8.
From Houston, Texas. Number 3, Lorenzo Phillips.
Lorenzo Phillips has 37 3-pointers. He's averaging 7.8 points on the season.
From Columbia, number 20, Andres Ibarguen.
Ibarguen is averaging 10.4 points and 10.7
From
rebounds.
Bowie, Maryland, number 23, Damari Paris.
Damari Paris is averaging 12.3 points, and he's hit 25 3-pointers.
From Modesto, California, number 24, Robinson Idean.
Robinson Idean is averaging 9 points.
Cardinals are coached by Guy Fur and assisted by Mark Leslie, Hunter Jenkins, and Marcus Sykes.
The Cardinals ranked 7th, 23-3, 14-1 in conference play. Panola 17-8 on the season, 9-5 in conference play. They've won 5 straight. The Cardinals have won 6 straight. And now with the play-by-play, Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. You're right. Something's got to give. 6-5. Both these teams haven't lost a game in a few weeks now. We're ready to see what happens here today at Leon Spencer Court, home of Trinity Valley Community College in Athens, Texas. Glad to have you along this afternoon for the Cardinal Sports Network's broadcast of TVCC and Panola. In the circle for Trinity Valley, Adian jumping, and he'll be challenged by Holcomb. That ball just kind of hung between both of them, and it's controlled by Panola. Man-to-man D for the Cards to start here in the first half. That's out of bounds off of the Cardinals' last touch.
By Bargwin. Bargwin did a great job of stepping across and cutting off the drive, but the ball goes out of bounds off of his leg.
Yeah, good D there, and getting a chance to see a good matchup between a couple of bigs down there. Going to be a key matchup today in this one.
Panola, the top three-point shooting team in the conference.
Not shy with that one, and it almost has it go, but nonetheless, it's Mitchell with the rebound out to Paris. Paris baseline drive and fouled on the baseline, so the Cardinals will be setting it up on the right side.
Well, Damari Paris has so much quickness, and you can see how he creates defensive mismatches.
He really is tough to stop. Here's a three from Phillips. Three-pointer from the right corner for Lorenzo Phillips, the sophomore from Houston.
Now with 38 three-pointers on the season.
Love the confidence there as he took it, no hesitation to put that through. Cards up early in this one. Good help from Paris on the baseline. Got a drive. Goldman going to get called for steps.
Baby steps, but they were steps.
Yeah, he kind of came up grimacing on that right leg.
Tim had an opportunity to sit in on the Cardinal shoot-around this afternoon about 2 hours before the women's game started, and they really worked on some things defensively.
Good to know as they have a chance to flex that D early here. Phillips on the drive, and an offensive foul coming on Robinson and Dean.
He tried to set the pick, but he didn't quite get his feet set and made contact, so he's going to draw the foul. So one team foul each now for both teams.
They call for the block out top. Long three, no hesitation. That's rimmed out. One-handed rebound from Lorenzo.
That's like a 30-foot three-pointer.
They've taken a couple of them already, too. That's part of their DNA. Here's a drive. That's off the mark. A Bargwin with the rebound, the putback, and it's no good, but a foul coming here.
Well, Andres just continues to work and work and work. He looks like he's out of position, and yet he's not out of position.
Holcomb will pick up his first foul of the ball game this afternoon. So Alex down low. Free throw opportunity coming here for Andres Bargwin. Gets that to fall.
Cardinals are shooting 70.3 from the free throw line on the season.
So Bargwin toes the line, goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Trinity Valley up early here in the first minute and a half. Drive. Bargwin called for a block.
Yeah, he didn't quite get set. He tried to sell it by flopping.
Yeah, he went down before the contact.
He tried to sell it a little too quick.
He's still trying to sell it, Benny. The official said no. Yeah. Andres, so good effort trying to get there, just comes up empty on that. So at the free throw line, it's going to be Williams.
Williams is averaging 10.1 on the season.
Juwan gets the first one to go through, and the first point of the afternoon for Panola.
Check out those shoes he's got on.
I almost missed him.
How could you?
Goes 2 for 2. So it's a 5-2 advantage. Trinity Valley bringing it up the floor. Interested to see how Wendell Chuck will get started here today. Kind of a slow start the other night. Here's a shot on the way, won't go. Battle down low, a hook, And that is going to be on Holcomb, I believe, his second.
That's going to be his second. 2 quick fouls on Holcomb.
Yeah, he hooked him down low, and they almost got away with it.
Yeah, Grant McMillan's not going to have any choice but to bring the big man out of the game.
And so in for he will be Marlon Taylor.
Now, the thing about Taylor is he's averaging 16.3 points on the season, 9.8 rebounds, and he's got 43 three-pointers.
He's a offensive weapon for sure. Phillips drives, hangs, shoots, and scores.
Well, Lorenzo's really feeling it tonight, Tim. He's put up 3 shots now, and he's hit 2 of them.
So Lorenzo back at it, had the 3 to start it, now puts a deuce there. 5 of the 7 Cardinal points. 3-pointer, no good. Phillips clears, turns and burns, gonna slow it down, set it up on the right side here. Fade away is good. Did you say he's feeling it? Because I think he's feeling it.
He's got 7 points. He's going to cause Panola to take a timeout.
He's filling it up too.
In the first game between these two, 89 to 81 by the 83-69 by the Cardinals, I should say. No, that's not right. Anyway, Phillips had 13 points in that one, and he's got 7 quick ones in this one.
So good start for Lorenzo Phillips, and the likes of Grant McMillan are trying to find a stopgap for him.
I think I've written down the wrong score, Tim. I think it was 89-81 the first time.
Well, while you're checking on that, let's go over that leaderboard. 7 points for number 3, Lorenzo Phillips, and then 2 by a Bargwin at the free throw line. That's the 9 points of Trinity Valley thus far.
It was 83-69 the first time. I did write it down correctly. That didn't sound right to me, but the Cardinals did win by 14 the last time at Carthage.
Trying to stay perfect on the year against Panola in conference play here today.
You definitely got to D up along the perimeter against this Panola team because they can shoot themselves right back in it.
Yeah,
and that's a travel. That's twice now.
Second time he's had the footwork go awry. So traveling there with 17:02 left in the first half. If you're just tuning in on the floor for Trinity Valley, it's Bargwin, Adian, Phillips, Paris, and Mitchell. Down low on the block. Nice strong move. Drive, hanging, can't get it to go. Fought for the loose ball. It's pulled down by the Ponies. Kind of a slow start offensively for Panola. Backing up behind the arc, trying to set up for 3. Still 5 on the clock. They'll pull up from the left arch. That won't go. Pulled down by Phillips. He's got a couple of boards already.
Panola 0 of 5 from three-point range so far.
Drive from Chuck, hanging at the free throw line. Won't go. Adian can't pull it down, but a Bargwin with the offensive glass. Up strong and can't get it to roll. He tried to will it in, but
Talking about feeling tonight, the big man inside is really getting after it.
He is. He's clearing it out. He's such a force to be reckoned with down there. I think so many times it's hard to put it into words. He's just a dominant force in the paint.
Of course, you mentioned Chuck Mitchell earlier. He's averaging 20.2 on the season. Of course, the other night we saw him have an off night. He only scored like 13 points in a win, but he did the other things really well.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how he responds tonight. And I noticed the last trip down that he was not the point guard. He was the shooting guard.
Yeah, and we saw that on Wednesday. They found a way to move him around and get him in the flow as that game developed. There's the second one to go. Makes it 11-2.
So all 11 points belong to be either Phillips or a Bargwin for the Cardinals. They have combined for all 11 points.
4 for 4 at the free throw line for Andres.
Nice drive by Williams.
Good strong move from Williams. Chuck bringing it up the floor this time. Phillips sizing him up. Gets a screen. Now pass to Paris in the corner. Got a push on that side.
It's going to be the 5th team foul against the Ponies.
Yeah, they're picking them up early here, and that will be the second against Williams. So
two ponies now with 2 fouls in the first quarter. That definitely affects the rotation for Grant McMillan.
The clock is showing 20 minutes left here in the first half.
Well, let's not go back and do that over. I think it's 15:26.
Yeah. Let's double.
Well, ours resets with the game clock.
Oh, that's right. That's
so
right.
we don't have control over it, but I think it was around the 15:26.
Each unique.
He's saying 15:54. I think he's a little off, but okay. I just happened to notice that the
Benny
clock.
knows these things.
Well, I didn't write it down.
I don't know how.
I didn't write it down, but I did notice that.
I don't know what's more interesting, that you know that now or that in 13 years I'll ask you randomly and you'll know.
Well, he compromised. He went to 15:36.
Y'all split the difference. Split the difference. 15:36, and Ichinike is coming into the game. Robinson and Dean will take a seat.
Ichinike comes in averaging 9 points and 5.8 rebounds.
Paris, the ball out top. Now across to Phillips. Baseline jumper right in the game, and doesn't get that to fall. Cleared out by Panola. Good defense. Looked like they were going to try and have a transition opportunity, but taken away by the defense of the Cards getting back. Three-pointer on the way. That's rimmed short.
0 of 6 for three-point range.
Chuck will bring it up the floor. Gets the man in the air. Now Ichinike. Skip, still, and driving to the basket for the layup.
Yep. Great job by the ponies that time of anticipating the pass by Tylen Dean, number 4. Young man comes in and gets his first points of the game off the bench.
So Freeman will check in at the next stoppage of play. Ichinike pick and roll. They go to Paris. Baseline. Hangs, shoots.
Oh, my goodness.
Scores. What a move.
Damari Paris. Hello, young man.
Nicely done by number 23 for the Cardinals. Kick out, left corner shot is good. So took them 7 attempts, but they get that 7th to go.
And Dean knocks that one down.
Nicely done from Dean over there.
Just like that, it's a 4-point game.
Ichinike was battling for position down low. They decided to set it up. Steps inside the arch. That won't go. Rebound is taken by Dean.
Cardinals out of rhythm on offense right now.
Yeah, and that lead, starting to say, if this goes, will be evaporated to 1, but still a 4-point advantage. Trinity Valley. Ball knocked away. Mitchell to Phillips for 3 on the way. He won't go. The Bargwin's going to be the benefactor of a loose ball. Over to Paris. Ichinike, basket. Nice execution from Trinity Valley. Coach McMillan was barking at one of the officials going down the floor. He thought there was a foul there.
What about Andres Bargwin? My gosh, the hustle of that young man.
He's all over the floor.
Doesn't get the flashy things to show up in the stat column, but boy, he does the little things.
Good D right there, but nice execution. Felt the pressure and then bodied up strong. So the basket goes to Brooks. Nate Brooks with the 2.
First time around, the Cardinals defeated Panola in Carthage, 83-69.
And you talked about Bargwin. He's one of those guys that coaches love because he's total team player. That one just missing.
That was a poor pass that time.
Ichinike trying to connect with him. Not much Bargwin could do there.
Going to have a media timeout at the 12:36 mark, and the Cardinals leading 15-11.
So 4-point lead here. Good start for Trinity Valley, but a nice answer from Panola as they've come out. Speaking of coming out, here come the Cardettes ready to perform here. We'll watch them. Talk about the start. What have you picked up on here in the early going, Benny?
Well, it's the physicality of the game has stood out to me, Tim, and we've seen Andres Bargain really have an impact on the game by playing real tough inside. Of course, Panola is kind of handcuffed a little bit, and they got 2 players on the bench with 2 fouls, including their big man, Alex Holcomb, who came in averaging 8.1 points and 6.1 rebounds. He picked up 2 quick fouls, and he's been off the floor since that point. But if you're Grant McMillan, you got to feel pretty good because you look up and it's a 15-11 ball game.
Yeah, you're right. You're right where you want to be, especially on the road here, and a good start from the Cardinals. So we're in for a fun one this afternoon as the Cardinals will be on the defensive side with this possession.
Jerron Freeman's now checked into the contest for the Cardinals, and we saw him have a big game shooting the ball the other night.
Absolutely. Also got Cheatham in the ball game. Over the top of Ichinike, fight for the ball. It's pulled down by Chuck.
Need to get Mitchell on track.
Mitchell, nice pass, could not handle it. It looked like it was in traffic, and boy, that was going to be one of those catch and dunk points in this ball game.
You think?
Could not handle it. But yeah, I go back to what you said there. Really want to get him in the flow of the scoring machine, because he will do anything you ask him to do, but boy, it's really a lot easier when number 2's lighting it up.
Well, certainly it is. Somebody that's averaging 20 points a game and having an MVP type season, because you throw on that 20.2 average, he's averaging 5.8 rebounds and 6.6 assists, and he has 49 3-pointers on the season.
He's being blanketed right now defensively by Roscoe, Jeremy Roscoe. Freeman for 3. Freeman knocks down the 3-pointer from the right wing. Nice job from Jerron Freeman.
Came in with 16 3-pointers, now has 17.
And I like the confidence he let that one go with. Defense working for Trinity Valley. Help from Ichinike, and he'll knock it away. Picked up with 11:20 to go here in the first half.
Great job of defending the baseline by Ichinike.
Head fake, now kick out. Freeman, another 3 on the way. That one won't go. Ichinike fighting, and last touched by Jamie Ichinike.
You almost gave up on that one a little bit too soon, because it hung high above the cylinder on the bounce.
Yeah, it looked like it was kind of doing the hovercraft motion there. Inadvertent signal. Here's a 3-point shot.
The Cardinals weren't even defending.
I think they might have hesitated and looked away when they heard the but until you hear a whistle,
you play to the whistle.
You play to the whistle. Here's Freeman. Now a foul down low, and that's going to be on number 3, Taylor.
Yeah, Bargman's really causing the Ponies issues inside.
Yeah, it's 3 fouls on, not combined. Taylor's got 1, Williams has 2.
16 fouls now against the Ponies, so the Cardinals will be the 1-1 on the next foul at the 10:44 mark here of the first half.
Robinson in the corner. They'll snap it around. Spin move, pass.
Oh, my goodness. Chuck Mitchell.
How about Mitchell with that pass? And then, just to free himself to get the pass, that was the most fun I've seen right there in a while. Block on the glass.
Oh, my goodness. Ichinike goes high and gets it off the glass.
Yeah, Dean's going to do the smart thing and foul out in transition, so it wasn't, because it looked like there was going to be a dunk on the other end. But going back to what you're talking about with Ichinike, he pinned that up near the top of the the top of the square there.
He got 3 times as high as we could have gotten.
That's us with a trampoline, and he still got it. So free throws coming here. Mitchell's first one won't go.
Ichinike battling.
Front end of a 1-1 and nothing to show for it. But like you said, Ichinike kept that thing alive. And now Trinity Valley,
he goes out of bounds off of the Ponies.
Cardinals will have the basketball. Up top they go to Ichinike, and a foul coming here. This one will be on Tylen Dean, excuse me.
That will send the Cardinals to the line for the 1-1 at the 10:16 mark.
That's back-to-back fouls on Dean, so he'll have 2.
And the Cardinals only, I shouldn't say this, with two fouls so far in the half. I know, right? Tim puts up his finger to his mouth, said, shh.
You know, that whole, I'm the reason that we even know not to say that, because I'm the guy that usually jinxes it and slows it all down. Here's a free throw on the way and good. So 6'10" sophomore out of Columbia gets the first one through. Good crowd filling in here on a kind of a rainy afternoon, but the sun's starting to peek through, I noticed.
I see that too. Ichinike knocks down both free throws. Cardinals have a 22-14 lead and we have a charge.
Defense underneath. Ichinike again, man, he's just getting those feet set, taking one for the team.
So this Cardinal team, Tim, has just really played well this second half of the season.
They are kind of hitting stride, man. They could force some real challenges.
And you're having a game where you're up 22-14, and we hate to keep harping on this like we have a couple of games. You know, Mitchell really hasn't scored a point for you.
Yeah, they are doing a good job taking him out of the mix here for Trinity Valley. Here's a shot forced, won't go. Robinson with the offensive glass. Then a miss from the left baseline.
Ichinike.
Yeah, Ichinike doesn't get that one to fall. Got him on the second time for a travel and might have a tech coming. Yeah, they will.
Slam the ball down. Number 20. Goldman slammed the ball after he's called for the travel. And that's a team foul as well, so that's 9 now. So the Cardinals will be in the double bonus next foul.
Coach McMillan is not happy right now with the, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think he's just frustrated with the
It really wasn't a great show of anger. I mean, he didn't do it slam the ball down, but he did go down with some authority with it. He took such a high bounce that you have to call it as Mitchell hits the free throw.
I just read the lips of Shandon Goldman, went by the official, said sorry about that. So kind of a class move, realizes I'm probably more frustrated with myself than showing up an official.
It had nothing to do with the call.
But he'll take a seat over here now. So the free throw will make it a 10-point advantage. Now the Cardinals get the basketball.
24-14 Cardinals at the 9:42 mark.
They are just all over Mitchell. I mean, he's going to have some screens set to get some movement. Robinson gets the ball down low, goes up.
Well,
he's fouled.
The Cardinals are definitely pushing the ball inside today.
At will.
And I was looking at the scoring from the previous meeting between these two teams, 83-69 Cardinals. Mitchell had 30 in that one and 4 3-pointers. So he's a point of emphasis defensively for the Ponies.
Yeah, absolutely. And that one will go through to make it a 25-14 lead. One more to go for Adian. Off the back iron. Come the Ponies crossover drive. Terrion Miller.
Well, he got the block, but I think there's also going to be a foul called. Yeah. There's going to be a blocking foul against Jawan Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman will get called for the foul. So with 9:25 to go here in the first half, it's free throws coming.
Cardinals will be shooting in the double bonus the rest of the way. That's just the third team foul against the Cardinals.
Roscoe, 6'3", freshman out of Uplift High School in Chicago. Sorry, Benny.
He missed a free throw, and the Ponies came in shooting 74.6 on the season from the line.
Going to have a timeout, I believe, coming after a made free throw here. Gets that one to go. And Coach McMillan will burn one. So with a 10-point lead, 9:25 left in the first half of play, Trinity Valley is, they're out to that good start.
Well, they are, Tim. They're playing great defensively. Of course, Panola's game is predicated around the three-point shooting ability of its team, and they're just 1 of 8 right now from three-point range.
So with 45 45-point clip at halftime, that would get you to that 90 level, 88 points a game. They're still finding they're right on pace is what I'm trying to get at.
Well, and here's the thing about it, Alex Hopeland, their big man inside, went to the bench real early in the first half and has not returned because he picked up 2 quick fouls. So it'll be interesting to see if Grant McMillan decides to sit him the rest of the half and try to save him to have 3 fouls in that second half.
Yeah, I need. Here you have a couple of guys on that board with 2s already up there on the foul side. So Cards have done a good job to get them in that early foul trouble. So they can pound it down low here a couple more and get them really in trouble. Nice drive and take, finger roll to finish. Robinson again.
Great setup that time. Lucky Cheatham did a great job of reading what the Panola defense was giving him. Adian found a soft spot at the top of the lane, got the shot.
It's like, hey. And now here come the Cards with a little more intensity. That ball was just off the mark of being an alley-oop dunk to finish, but they will work it into the interior. Nice job. Killings with the basket, but the pass was made by Taylor.
Nice job of ball movement. Guy Ferd just leaned over and told the officials something.
Keep an eye on such and such, I believe.
Oh, that's just ill-advised there. There's no need to make that be your shot.
3 substitutions for the Cardinals. Freeman checks out.
That's just giving away a possession there.
And Mitchell, yeah, you're right. That was not even close, and they want to get a better look at the basket than forcing that one up so early in the shot clock. So 8:25 to go, first half, 9-point lead. Remember, we talked about the accuracy of the 3s. If they get that going, that could go in a hurry. They've struggled at the 3-point line today.
1 of 9 currently.
Wow. Adian with a rebound now, going to get a chance to finish on the other end. Can't, but Miller taps it up. Knocked away this time.
Jarius Robertson comes in and keeps the ball alive for the Cardinals.
How about it?
His first action of the game.
Robertson's been a nice bright spot on this team.
As a walk-on freshman out of DeSoto.
He's really done a lot. Been very valuable down the stretch and some key opportunities.
Had a nice crowd fill in, Tim, for this men's game.
Yeah, it's getting to be the place to be here today. Miller tapped it again, keeps it alive, and gets the rebound. The shot in the basket. Wow, how about that? Terion Miller.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
He made it look pretty easy, too. It was just a pogo stick up and down the floor. He caught the ball at the free throw line and finished. Shot on the way, won't go, and a throwdown on Miller. Is that going to be on Brooks? Okay. It's hard to say.
It's on Nate Brooks.
Nate Brooks, okay. My apologies. I looked at the wrong roster.
And the Cardinals will shoot the double bonus for the first time at the 7:07 mark. So the final 7:07, the Cardinals are in the double bonus. Chance for the Cardinals to build on this lead, and they've done a very nice job defensively against the Ponies so far, but the Ponies haven't helped themselves with their 3-point shooting deficiency in this game, hitting 1 of 9.
Yeah, that's got to be just like nails on a chalkboard right now for Coach Grant McMillan. And they've really had to adjust things, I think, in their rotation with the early foul trouble.
Oh, there's no doubt that has shifted
had to go deep.
Complexion of this game for them from a Panola perspective.
10 team fouls, still 7 minutes to go in this first half, 7:07. It's that one to fall.
Cards Miller now with 3 points in the game.
Bringing a little pressure, making them work to get it across the timeline. They had done so with 8 seconds of the 10 evaporated. Almost caused a turnover.
10 on the shot clock.
Good drive. They're going to get Adian out front, or on the baseline rather. So here comes a substitution. It's going to be a Bargwin coming on.
That guy first got such depth on his team that he can give some of his frontline players plenty of breathing time to recuperate on the bench and not lose the advantage that he has. And not all coaches have that luxury.
Three-point shot is good, so count the basket. That's a big one. They had stretched the lead, the Cardinals did, to 13. Now it's back down to 10.
Indeed, that three-pointer can change the whole complexion of things.
Pick up top. Paris all the way in. Hangs, has it knocked away. Bargman picks it up. He's going to have point-blank range. Count the basket for Andres Bargman.
That's easy pickings when he gets the ball that close, wide open.
It's his 6th point here in this ball game with 6:06 to go in the first half of play. Nice pass down low. Bargman's there to swat it away. And here comes Phillips for the Cardinals on the break. Pass off in the corner. The three-pointer. Robertson is good. The walk-on freshman puts it down from the left corner. Cardinals up 15.
He's a streak shooter, Tim. Watch out for him now.
Absolutely, and gets it heated up early here for him. Nice job.
Cardinals with 3 3-pointers in the game.
The body language.
Yeah, there's no need for that foul out there.
The body language there, just, boy, they were starting to jaw at each other from the Panola side. Like, somebody's got to move. Somebody's got to move.
Got immediate timeout at the 5:29 mark, and the Cardinals up 35-20.
Big start here for Coach Guy Furr and the Cardinals as they continue to play well here, especially in the second half of the season.
Defeated Panola the first time around at Carthage, 83-69. In that game, Chuck Mitchell had 30 points for the Cardinals. Of course, he's just got 2, but the Cardinals have got a 15-point lead.
Just a strong outing all the way around there, but like you said, they've definitely made a modification on him, trying to keep him out of the game. But so far, they haven't had an answer for the other 4 cards on the floor at any given time.
Well, and you see in that game also for the Ponies, Taylor had 19 and Goldman had 14. Well, Goldman's been on the bench in foul trouble since, about 3 or 4 minutes deep into the contest, and Taylor's been held to 2 points already at this point.
So good. Good start out of the blocks here.
That's where the Cardinal depth comes into play, is because Mitchell can have an off-scoring night, or the other team need not have an off night always, but the other team's getting him extra attention and limiting what he can do. But the Cardinals have so many other weapons that can come in and
pick up the scoring slack, so to speak, and they've had that happen at any given point. That's a great advantage. It helps, knowing that, man, I don't have to put up 30 every time out. It's nice to know.
Nice feeling to know that.
I will if you want me to, Coach, but I am capable of doing the other things as well. So here's the defense working for Trinity Valley. Working around the top of the perimeter. There's a three-pointer that's going to be short. Ichinike knocked it out of bounds.
And Chanika did a great job of keeping that from being a rebound for the Ponies. Knocking it out of bounds, yes, but they might have got a putback.
Get it. Yeah, he's knocking it to a spot where he thought he could get to it. He continues to play hard.
Of course, Ichinike's already signed with Wichita State. He'll go be playing for the Shockers.
Going to be a nice add for them.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark, Tim.
Finish out the half strong here and could pay huge dividends at the start of the second half. Long defensive stunt here on this as they drive with 2 seconds.
Nice reverse layup as the shot clock was about to expire.
Good strong move. Knew exactly where he needed to be in that final 2 seconds. Got to the basket, gets points. 35-22. Bargwin, he has it.
That was an ill-advised pass there.
Yeah, he probably is better off he turns to the basket, but Ichinike gets a block. Oh, my goodness. Down the floor, Paris hanging. He's going to draw contact, but no foul. Phillips will kick it back. Robertson. Damari Paris for 3. Won't go. So at the 4-minute mark, it's a 13-point ball game.
Not a good exchange for the Cardinals there.
No, it really wasn't. It's just a little bit off the pace, so to speak. So here the Cardinals will slow it down and set up an offensive set to the left side. Now coming back right. Robertson fires a 3.
I told you.
My goodness, he's got a quick release. Jarius Robertson.
If he hits one, he's going to hit 2. And we saw him hit 4 one night against Kilgore in the first half. That opened up a game for the Cardinals.
Yeah, his confidence continues to grow. You can see him getting a little more confident with each game. Nice ball movement. They'll get an easy basket underneath, whipping the ball around the perimeter.
The lead had grown to 16 prior to that bucket by the Ponies.
That'll get them back within 14 with the 3-minute mark approaching.
If you're the Cardinals, you definitely want to be up by double digits at the half after the first half that you've had.
Absolutely. Of course, Coach McMillan saying, let's get it under single digits here. So with 2:57.
So that timeout's going to leave them with 3 the rest of the game.
Yeah, I saw Coach McMillan clap it up, but at some point you're going, I think he's probably saying on the outward. Inwardly, he's probably thinking we can use that timeout later in this ball game.
When Michael Landers was here coaching the Lady Cardinals, and I'm assuming that it's been the same now that he's the men's coach at Navarra, he always told me he's the only one that was going to call a timeout. He didn't want his players having to decide whether the possession was big enough to save or not. And you wonder in a 38-24 game with 2:57 left in the first half, is the possession more important than the timeout later on?
I would ask that question, and if I was asked that question, I'd be like, I'd rather see what happens on the outcome there. If you lose that possession, you still got the timeout, but
you got plenty of time to overcome it, but
absolutely.
You don't get that timeout back.
You can't recreate those. You don't get to buy them like those mulligans that I do on the golf course when I do venture out to a tournament. Take the credit card.
Real golfers don't use mulligans.
Well, Benny, you're sitting next to a guy who's not a real golfer.
Okay, all right.
Well, I take that back. Sometimes, I can get through the windmill, and I'm really.
No.
Oh, that's a different golf. I got you. All right. But let me get back serious here. The Cards, they're up on a good Panola squad. Both teams coming in on a hot streak here as we reset this. Trinity Valley has won 6 straight. And Panola had a 5 straight mark. So Cardinals look like they want to go ahead and get to that 7, trying to do it by the end of the half.
Yeah, because you got, depending on what happens over in Tyler this afternoon,
sure.
If Paris were to beat Tyler and you take care of business here, you've got a 3-game lead over the field going into the last 3 games of the season.
That would be huge.
I mean, anybody would take that twice.
You are correct on that for sure. And that's a very real possibility. It could certainly happen over at TJC. Knocked away almost. Mitchell a little frustrated, clapped his hands. Ichinike.
He's playing. They got a block, but they went to sleep.
He helps out over the top for a bargain, and the ball just goes in between the legs and right back to the Panola Ponies who get the basket.
Panola has it down to a 12-point deficit now.
Yeah, you got to finish strong here. Chuck, 3-pointer left side. Rattles, won't go. A Bargwin bails them out. Has it knocked away, but they should set it. Can't get possession. Diving on the floor. 23 seconds.
I thought he took off. Ichinike took steps. Andres Bargwin. My goodness.
The Bargwin was just all over the place.
Oh, my goodness.
I was about to say 30 seconds on the shot clock and a good 6 or 7 seconds of it. We're down to 20 now. He was all over the floor in that 6 seconds.
And he gets a foul called against the Ponies, so they're going to go to the line to shoot the double bonus as Ichinike.
My goodness. You just can't, you can't coach that. That's the heart of a champion there, just going down and doing that, kind of the dirty work.
And he missed the free throw.
Ichinike doesn't hit the free throw.
Cardinals came in hitting 70.3% from the free throw line.
So if Jamie can redeem himself here, 2:08 to go. But yeah, you're right. You hit them free throws, get that lead back up comfortable. That'll make it a 13-point lead, 2 minutes to go. But you're talking about a team that can tighten the lead in a hurry with that 3-pointer, although they've been really off the mark so far.
1 of 9 so far.
Drive, baseline, push off. No. Andres thought he had drawn the foul.
That's going to be 2 now on a Bargwin. I would think that Guy Furr would send him to the bench and not have to take a chance of a big man picking up a third in the final 148.
Yeah, I know. I just watched Coach Furr. He had his hands straight up in the air talking. He said he had his hands straight up. Looked like he.
But Andre's just going to stay in the game.
He is going to stay in. Ichinike will actually come out. At first, he made his way to the bench, and I think Coach Furr saying, okay, play smart here. Just, you got 2 fouls. Let's finish this quarter strong.
A chance for the opponents to get within 10, though.
Yeah, it's a very, very doable here at the free throw line. Missed it, though.
Missed it badly.
Man.
Looked like me.
Those legs
on a good day.
So with 1:40 left, Cardinals going to try and work that clock a little bit and extend the lead. Here's a 3 from Freeman. He gets crushed. He's going to the free throw line. Took that one in the shoulder and the left side of the head.
How about the big man Jabril Harris out there, the 6'8" freshman out of East Chicago, Indiana, fouling away on Freeman on the three-pointer.
Man, oh man. And it happened right in front of Coach Grant McMillan.
He just turned away in disgust.
It's like, oh man, we just gave him 3 free throws. So 91 seconds to go. Freeman will step up and miss the first free throw. Oh man.
I know missed free throws don't seem big when you're up by double digits, but boy, they sure add. I thought that was a free throw.
I did too. I was like, you mentioned the other guy missed it badly.
He was tossing it back to the official, and it looked like he shot it about 8 foot.
Yeah, he left it a little short.
I'd like to have a replay of that one.
We have not heard the horn since it went off inadvertently earlier. I've noticed that. So see if that one goes. So 1 of 2, got 1 more still to come. Lane violation if you wanted it. Gets the second to fall.
5 points now in the game for John Freeman. Cardinals back up to a 13-point lead.
Nice dish. Got him in a tough spot, though, underneath, and he can't get the reverse. Here comes Phillips. Bargwin bounds it and then misses it. Miller out to Phillips, and Freeman with a touch pass to the corner. They'll set it up. 23. Now Mitchell with 23 seconds. Miller drives. He can't get it to fall, and it's cleared out by Panola.
A lot of action with no points.
Boy, howdy, they had some ops there. Good D to stay down. Miller never extends. He just kind of high-tapped it, was able to keep it in front of him. So 45 seconds to go, 10 on the shot clock. All go. Rebound cleared by Andres Bargwin. Wow.
Wow. Wow's right.
Double wow, man.
Chance for the Cardinals to build on a 13-point lead here in the final 30 seconds of the first half.
So they'll run a lot of the shot clock down here.
Yeah, there's about 10 seconds differential.
Now they might want to start going. You got 5 on the clock. Over to Phillips. Back to Mitchell. 3, 2, and
oh, he drains it, but it's not going to count.
They wave off the basket.
Foul's going to go against number 1, T.J. Killings of the Pony, so they'll send the Cardinals to the free throw line for the double bonus.
Coach McMillan became a statue there and just looked right at the – he still hasn't moved, I don't think, yet. He's like, boy, that's a tough one on you. You got like 2 seconds on the shot clock and 30 feet from the basket.
Chuck Mitchell was going to shoot the free throws. And the fish said, no, you go over there. It's Terry Miller's going to shoot the free throws. He'll be shooting 2.
Terry. This is the first.
13-point lead could be a 16 or 17-point lead if the Cardinals will hit their free throws.
Yeah, and that would change a lot. You go into, 11 seconds, 7 seconds left, and you're still dallying around with a 13-point lead. Now it's 14.
Miller now with 4 points in the game, came in averaging 2.4.
Nice save to keep it alive, and a foul coming. Is this on Phillips or Freeman?
It's going to be a 1-and-1 though, because it is the
John.
7th team foul. So it will be a chance for the Ponies, but he does will give the Cardinals time for a good possession with 5.6 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, that is the bright spot of this one here, is they'll have time to get down the floor. It's the first one to go. Boy, I tell you what, free throws, they can help you or they can hurt you. As you see, Panola now gets front end of theirs. This will put them within 12, gets the second.
Ponies are going to jump out here in the press, make the Cardinals burn some time in the backcourt.
Phillips' long shot to end the half won't go. So headed to halftime, it's 42-30. Trinity Valley leading over Panola. Benny Rogers, your thoughts here on the first half?
Well, it's a good defensive effort by the Cardinals. Anytime you hold a team to 30 points in the first half, you've done a really good job defensively. I think the early fouls against Panola really took them out of what they probably wanted to do from the start of the game. And obviously now Alex Holcomb will come back in to start the second half, and they'll get back into their normal rotation. But just looking at the Cardinals scoring real quick before we step away, Phillips was 7, Robertson was 6, Ibarguen was 6, Ichinike with 5, Idahan with 5, Mitchell with 2, and Paris with 2. So that's going to wrap it up for the first half, and we'll step away and rejoin you here in about 6 more minutes for second half action between Trinity Valley and Panola from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. And welcome back to Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, where we were wrapping up halftime when you see the Cardinals leading 42-30 after a fast-paced first half in which the Cardinals turned in a great defensive effort. We saw Panola, the number 1 3-point shooting team in the league, struggle just hitting 1 of 9 in the first half. And Tim, you would think that you're the number one 3-point shooting team for a reason, because you have the ability to hit them. So you would think that the opponents are not going to go away quietly.
No, less than 10% at the 3-point line though, and so that has to be a little bit of a concern for Coach McMillan. But you know what, shooters are going to shoot. You just keep shooting. You got to find that rhythm. As far as Trinity Valley, they're just off of their 88 point per game average. So things have went well for them, and to their credit, Mitchell hasn't really got off to a quick start. So they've still managed to keep the positives going.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that you don't let the Ponies come out and experience some success from 3-point range to start this second half and get their confidence level built back up and get some momentum.
Agreed. You got to come out quick and kind of set the pace, set the tone. Do not let them get any kind of confidence. Squash that early.
Because we would expect Alex Holcomb, the big man for the Ponies, who went out in foul trouble about 3 or 4 minutes into the contest with 2, to get back and engaged into the game and become a factor inside. Because we saw Andres Ibarguen have great success inside, along with Jamie Ichinike and Robinson Idahan.
Absolutely. They found just that presence down low continues. The strength of the rebound. One thing that Ichinike has a lot of benefit, I think, from is how well Ibarguen will body them down low, and it just clears over the top for Ichinike just to come in and knock it away time and time again. They work well together, quite a tandem.
A lot at stake for the Cardinals. Like we said, they have a 2-game lead over Tyler. They've already defeated Tyler once, a 3-game lead over Paris. They split with Paris. Paris and Tyler are playing in Tyler this afternoon. So if Paris were to just happen to knock off TJC on TJC's home floor and the Cardinals take care of business here, suddenly you got a 3-game lead with 3 games to go.
Yeah, and we'll keep an eye on that and do a little scoreboard watching here as Trinity Valley has played well, but missed some key free throws that could have really widened the gap. They still have a 12-point advantage, and that's nothing to sneeze at as they've worked hard to get that, but they could really be up 15, 17 points with just a little bit better free throws.
Cardinals won the first meeting between these two teams in Carthage, 83-69. You're just joining us in the women's game this afternoon, I should say. Panola, number 22 ranked, knocked off the Lady Cards, the 7th ranked Lady Cards, ninth-ranked Lady Cards rather, by a count of 63-61. So Panola now has in command of the race for the #1 seed at the Region 14 Conference Tournament.
Yeah, they all but wrapped up Region 14 with a win today. Now they hold the tiebreaker. Should Trinity Valley find themselves in a tie, that would swing back to Panola that holds the tiebreaker. But we'll wait and see.
They're going to continue to play the game.
Yes, they will, as they should. And we'll see what happens. It'll be fun.
We are at halftime. It is 42-30 Cardinals after a first half in which the Cardinals jumped out to a 5-0 lead. They've led throughout the contest, Tim, we should mention. They led 35-20 at the 5:29 mark and then 42-30 at the halftime. So we're set for the second half. With the play-by-play, here is Tim Howard.
Thank you, Benny Rogers. It is a 12-point advantage for Trinity Valley. Starting out this second half of play, it will be Phillips, Mitchell, Paris, Ibarguen, and Adian on the floor for Trinity Valley.
And as expected, Alice Holcomb back on the floor for the Ponies, number 42.
Yeah, gets his first real action after the quick fouls in the first opening moments.
And turn it over on your first possessions, not what you want to way you want to start.
No, that's not. They were trying to go back door, and it was well defended, knocked away and out of bounds off the Cards. So here come the Ponies trying to set it up. Cut to the basket. They'll set it around the perimeter. Toe on the line. The shot won't go. Ibarguen clears it out to Phillips. Lorenzo running back behind Adian. He'll knock it down. That sounds like how it started for the Cards earlier.
He now has 9 points in the game, and you're right, Tim. He hit the first 5 points for the Cardinals in this game.
He had a great start and comes back. Looks like he had missed a beat. Curly Neal into the ball game. I know I alienated the audience again, but there's left it short. No one more frustrated than Williams, as you could see him grimacing going down the floor in pain over that one. Shot on the way, will not go. Fighting for the loose ball. Adian was held, and he will draw the foul.
It's going to go against Holcomb, number 42. That's his third personal foul.
Holcomb had Adian's left arm wrapped around the waist, and you saw him grab the one-handed rebound with the right, but they whistled him for the foul. Backdoor pass, out of bounds off Adian. Cannot capitalize.
Turn it over on their second trip.
Yeah, it's a couple of opportunities there.
Or their third trip, rather.
2 of their first 3 trips, though, they've not been able to put points away. Cards in the man-to-man defense. Phillips trying to work out on the left perimeter.
Cardinals really have done a good job defending the perimeter.
Yeah, they have. They've made them work extremely hard. That one rattles out. Rebound. Trinity Valley, it will be Mitchell. Paris driving in the paint, hanging, shooting, and scoring. Nice job there to create.
Credit Robinson Idahan with a great pick on that play as well.
Idahan will do those things that so many times don't show up in the box score. Here's a shot that will not go. Boy, it's been tough sledding for Panola.
One and done.
Nice spin. Clears, shoots, has it knocked away. A foul going to be coming on Killings, I believe.
Well, Chuck's going to get a benefit of a foul there. He was trying to force some action, and when you try to force action, sometimes you do draw a foul.
Looks like he drew a loose contact. They're looking to make sure it's not in the eye, and everyone else is on. It kind of looks like.
I told you, Anders Ibarguen does the little things.
He does. He's helping a brother out right there. Now, what was that? A couple of last year that was the big rage. Everybody kind of freezes. I forget. I'm not it, but it's what it looked like. Help me out, Branson. What was that when everybody would like just the mannequin challenge? Or that's what it looked like. Everybody was down on a knee looking.
You got to be our pop culture expert, Tim. Come on.
You know, I'm pretty much out of my element when it comes to pop culture on mannequin challenge, but I think that is they're concerned it might be in his eye still, like wrapped up in. And if you wore contacts, that is not good when it gets.
I'm assuming that if the delay continues much longer, they're going to, of course, the Cardinals are remove him from the game and get a sub in.
Yeah, they're going to
you can't just
use a timeout, or you want to
right. They are going to use a timeout to try to replace the contact. Is now I see Troy Scott, the head trainer, the athletic trainer for the college,
that
is
out.
Going to come take a look and give him a hand.
So with the timeout here, Trinity Valley up 46-30 at the break. They were up 42-30. So they're on a 4-0 run here in the first 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a run, but it is an unanswered burst. They've
had a couple of opportunities that look like they're going to have a shot down in the paint and it out of bounds, or just not really capitalizing, I guess. So as we keep an eye over there on the huddle, and then the other huddle with Coach Scott, I don't have a very good view on that, but boy, those things are painful. You get a contact twisted up in there.
You know, back many, many years ago before I had LASIK surgery, I thought, well, I'm tired of glasses. I'm going to go to contacts. So I got some contacts, and they tried to put them in my eye for the first time. I said, contacts are not for me. I don't want anything that close to my eye.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's got it figured out. He's either.
So instead of let him shoot a laser beam at my eyeballs.
Yeah, I like the chance. I was trying to work through the. Let's see. Do I want the soft contact lens in there, or do just shoot the laser? So with stepping to the free throw line here, he'll have a chance to.
Well, they got to let both teams warm up again at this rate.
Get on track. We're going to have layup lines before long. Chuck is going to have a chance to kind of get on board here. He's only got 2 points in the game. Maybe we can get him going at the free throw line, you know. Of course, he's going to have to do it with one eye closed, perhaps.
Yeah, you're right. He's got 2 points, and he's averaging 20.2. If he gets to his average in the second half, the Cardinals are going to be in really good shape.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a lot of points to go here.
All 3 points have come from the free throw line.
Gets that one to fall.
Cardinals with their biggest lead now, 48-30, 17:45 and counting.
So with the advantage up to 18 points, you get the feel like if they can have a real. Oh man, there's a foul there that'll stop it by start. I was about to say, you get on a little run here, and all of a sudden this thing gets away from you if you're Panola, and all of a sudden it has a total different feel.
That foul's going to go against Mitchell. That's his first team foul of the second half. I thought it might go against Bargain, because Bargain I thought had come across and got in position and went straight up.
So here's Jawan Williams at the line, misses that one.
That one was long, hit off the back of the iron.
Williams out of Fort Bend Travis High School, out of the Houston area, Houston, Texas.
Gets the second to fall.
So clock rolling here. Harris thought about taking it strong to the glass, then decides to pull it out. Phillips back across to Damari Paris. Nice pass down low, but they're going to get him for steps before he gets the shot away.
He definitely did. So there's an opportunity going awry for the Cardinals.
3 or 4 missed opportunities now. I know of at least 3.
That's 3 turnovers now here in the second half, trying to build on a 17-point lead.
Pass up.
Well, Mitchell did a great job of reading and anticipating that pass.
Yeah, he was there for the alley-oop, except he didn't want to give them the point, so he just comes down with it. Here's a pass out in the corner. Phillips for 3. Phillips is there to bury that one. Lorenzo Phillips, he's been on fire today.
Has 12 points, 2 3-pointers in the contest.
Nice job.
51-31 at the 16:47 mark.
Big moment in this ball game, and I don't know who was more confident, Lorenzo or his teammates. They were all up in the air as he let that go. So here comes a still they had 15 on the shot clock.
That's going to go against Phillips. That's his first personal foul, second team foul. Both teams with 2 team fouls.
They'll get the ball to the big fella who hadn't had a lot of minutes today. Down low to go, and that's a nice strong take by Killings.
Yeah, great crossover step by T.J. Killings to get the bucket. He came in averaging 9.5. He's got 5 in the contest. Of course, the luxury the Cardinals have got from building up the 20-point lead is that it's going to force.
Yeah, it'll give them the basket there to Bargwin, but yeah, it's going to make them work really hard to get back in this.
You got to have a run now if you're Panola to get back in it. Either they'll start shooting lights out from 3-point range, which you haven't done so far in this game.
That's what I was about to say. The good news for Panola fans, they're good behind the arc, but the bad news, not today. Here's a 3, and it continues to be a dreadful day behind the perimeter.
1 of 10.
Wow. They've come in just playing so great behind the arc. Fight for the ball, nice hustle play, and he gets the outlet.
A great hustle by Chuck Mitchell of getting down the court and knocking the bounds out of bounds off of the Panola player.
My goodness.
That's twice the 2 little things that Chuck Mitchell has done today. He anticipated a pass while ago, stepped in front of it, went down and led for points, and then keeping that possession from being a layup for the Ponies.
Not only that, he knocks it off the Ponies. So just
knocking it out of bounds would have been good enough.
Yes, getting back for the defense. But he says, hey, I'd rather have the ball if it's all the same. So he knocked it off him. Here's a fight for the position down in the paint. That'll be against Panola.
That's going to go against Killings. That'll be his 3rd.
Boy, T.J. Killings is now kind of got a ways to go. Of course, you're in the second half, but 2 quick fouls. We saw it bang, bang on a couple of Panola Ponies earlier. So he's got to be careful now with still 15:24 to go.
The official's talking to Guy Furr about something one of his players did.
So here is the inbound. Good hustle. Nice save. He tight-roped the baseline over there.
Outstanding job by Williams.
Yeah, he's got a lot of athleticism, doesn't he? Thought about a 3, then saw the open man. They'll kick it around. Here's a 3 from the right wing, and that'll rattle home. Gets it going for.
Yeah, you can't let them start feeling good from beyond the arc.
Yeah, because all of a sudden they're going to say, hey, man, we got nothing to lose. We got to start cranking them up, and if they can get hot, they can get right back in it.
Shoot themselves right back in it. You're right.
Mitchell with a double screen out top. Now we'll pass off to Robinson. Down low to Bargwin. Bargwin missing on the left.
Wasn't the best entry pass there.
I was going to say, he's wide open going left, but they threw it the wrong side. Here's a steal, strip away. Phillips, alley-oop, and Dion for the dunk! Robinson took that home, did he?
That's worth the price of admission right there.
It was fun to see.
The cheerleader just fainted.
They're going to have to get him back up off the floor. There's a 3 on the other end. That won't go. Lorenzo had it, could not control it. Off the back of the backboard, out of bounds, off of Panola.
Man.
So here comes Ichinike in the ball game for Robinson. And now
he's probably tired from altitude.
Oh, yeah. It's a higher elevation up here. It's hard to get oxygen. That was fun.
He definitely plays at a different level.
Was that Phillips with the pass? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's had some great ones through the season, too. Just laid it as high as he wanted to.
So Cheatham now directing the offense for the Cardinals.
Yeah. Lucky with a pass. Bargwin with a nice finish. Gets inside.
Kind of feels like showtime now, doesn't it?
It does. It's got a different feel to it with under 14 to go. Pull up for 3.
Yeah, the Ponies are going to gun away from outside.
So here comes Chuck. Hesitation drive. And then a ball off of the knee. Ichinike finds a Bargwin. Finish. Count the basket. And it's 23 and thought we might be seeing a timeout coming, but he holds off on that. There's a drive to the basket. Ichinike swats it away. Dikembe Mutombo. little bit of a reference point.
There was not going to be an and one on that one.
Oh, no. So timeout coming here with 13:20 left in the ball game. It's all Trinity Valley at home tonight, 59-36. And
Cardinals have outscored the Ponies 17-6 to start this second half.
that's a great start out of the blocks here. And we talked about the fact that they're probably going to find themselves in that long shootout kind of range. And if it's, if you're 2 of 11 or 2 of 12, doesn't make for a fun afternoon for your threes.
We do have some halftime scores to pass along, Tim.
Pass those on to us.
Jacksonville 29, Angelina 27, Kilgore 38, Bossier Parish 33, Lee 38, Lamar State 38, Tyler 50, Parish 31. So there's obviously Cardinals are not going to get any help from Paris in that one. So still, though, the Cardinals take care of business. It's all in their hands right now.
Yeah, they're playing at such a nice clip right now. The way they are just, they come in they've won 6 straight, and they're winning today. They're playing about as well as they've played in this stretch.
Here, the thing about this Cardinal team, Tim, is this is a very deep team. I don't know if people appreciate that to the degree they should. It's a deep team. You look at how many players come in off the bench and perform at high levels on games when, I'm not saying Chuck Mitchell had an off night the other night. He had an off night scoring night. He played hard and did the little things well, and he's doing the same thing here today.
Sure.
But it just goes to show you when you got a kid who's averaging 20.2 and he doesn't get to that average, that you're still okay.
Yeah, the game plan has shown Coach McMillan said we're going to take him out, and they've done a good job of, just being a blanket on him.
Well, I mean, it's 4 points have all been from the free throw line.
But the Cardinals have continued to answer all the way across the board, and that's just, again, going back to your point about the depth that they have.
Bottom line is that the Cardinals continue to play defense like they have the last 2 games, and tonight even, this afternoon even, they're going to be okay in this game because you're not going to get a big run on you if you continue to D among the perimeter.
Now they're going to try and bring some pressure here, and a lazy pass by Freeman.
And you can't do that.
No, it ends up costing you points the other way. So
great change of pace by Grant McMillan jumping out in the press like that.
Drive all the way to the basket, hanging in, can't get it to fall, but tap back to Freeman. Freeman shot high off the glass. Won't go, gets his own rebound. No, does not. It's pulled away at the last moment. Driving to the basket. Killings kick out. The three-pointer won't go. It's just been a tough day all the way around for the Ponies at the Arch.
Yeah, but just like that, it's down to a 19-point game. I mean, I know you say 19's comfortable, but when it was 23 just a couple of seconds ago, seemingly, it just shows you how quickly momentum can change in games like this in Region 14 Conference.
Yeah, it is. It's all about momentum. And
I think this is a great job of substitution here, getting Idahan and Bargwin back into the contest.
That's what I was about to say, Coach Furry. Kind of sensed, I think, said, hey, let's get rotation back here and kind of put this thing away, salt it away. Good strong move by Killings. I'm sorry, that was number 2, Williams. He's averaging 10.1 a game.
Plenty of time in this one for the Ponies to get back in it.
So here's Mitchell. Freeman being very patient. They're going to get a good look at the basket. Now at 8 on the clock, they'll get into the drive to the basket. Breaking 3 and a pass off underneath. No shot, though. Tried to dish and a shot clock violation.
Shot clock violation is going to stop the fast break, and that's what Grant McMillan kind of grimaced over. He thought they should let the play continue. The official just looked at him and said nope.
He's still saying no.
But it's a chance for the Ponies here to cut this sucker down to 15 points.
Get a 3 here, all of a sudden you feel pretty good about things, but it's not falling for them today. Boy, it's been a devastating afternoon shooting threes. Here's Mitchell on the other end. His is a pass, he'll say. So Freeman, do I get the assist?
Well, he would get the assist, I think, off of it.
Freeman, right place, right time, and boy, it's just been that kind of afternoon for the Cardinals. They're making their way, though, with a good defense, making that transition happen. Drive to the basket. Again, drawing contact.
He left his feet. If he'd have held his position, he would have drawn the charge. No, you left your feet. Left your feet.
Yeah, they said the exact same thing you said. You went up in the air with him.
He had position, yes, but when you leave your feet, you give up that right.
Yeah, you got to kind of plant yourself and just anchor yourself to the hardwood on that and go down with the ship. Free throws not falling.
23, Roscoe is standing toe-to-toe with Mitchell on the free throw shooting attempt.
And it's been that way all afternoon.
It has.
I mean, he's...
The official's standing real close, too.
I was going to say, he's right there. He's covering him probably as well as the defender. he's on both of them. But
to Roscoe's credit, he's done a great job on Chuck as far as limiting his scoring.
He's not even in the screen on the shot right now. There's a steal on the breakaway pass.
3-on-1.
Going to the free throw line here. So it's really kind of still a 19-point game, but a lot of time left here. But the thing that's got to be disheartening to Coach McMillan and the Panola side, they have been non-existent where they've been so strong on they're
1-9 in the first half, and they're 1 of 4 now here in the second half. So that's 2 of 13. And they're struggling at the free throw line.
That's a hard pill to swallow right now for the Ponies. So going to have to change drastically if they're going to make a run here in the second half. Cardinals trying to get their 15th win in conference play today. If they can finish this thing off, 1 of 2 on the trip.
And maintain a two-game lead over TJC, the team that you've already defeated in the north zone of Region 14 Conference. And, of course, if Tyler hangs on and beats Parrish today, Parrish will be 4 games back and out of it as far as the number 1 seed goes, because the Cardinals have got just 3 games remaining. But you got to take care of this one, though.
Sure, and that they are working their way towards it. Parrish with a long 3, not there. Still had 15 on the shot clock, but a wide open 3. I don't fault him for taking it.
That's not a bad choice.
Yeah, you take that shot. There's a steal. Bounce pass to Parrish, driving, hanging. He's fouled, going to the free throw line as this one will be on TJ Killings.
Boy, Chuck Mitchell and Damari Parrish read each other so well, and they have the entire season. And both are transfers in here, so it's not like they've been around here playing with each other for 2 years now.
Yeah, they just kind of had that connection. You're exactly right. And they've done it on the fly, so to speak.
Parrish with 4 points in the game. Cardinals have struggled at the free throw line as well today.
So Echenike on for a bargain. Mitchell will sit as well, and into the ball game will be Phillips.
Parrish came in averaging 12.3 on this season scoring-wise. Has 4 in this one.
It's that to fall. Got kind of a quiet afternoon for Damari as well. But again, you talk about all the different weapons that just come in night after night, day after day. It's a solid squad here for Coach Guyfer and the Cardinals. Going for the dunk, and a foul coming on again. So free throws will happen. It's going to be Alex Holcomb to the line.
Yeah, there was definitely a foul, but I'm going to tell you, if I could go back and look at it, I'd like to see if the young man didn't take off with steps before he got to before he was fouled. It sure looked like that.
Yeah, he was definitely preparing for takeoff, and they had the midair collision, as it were, at the rim. A couple of big bodies going at there. Holcomb's shot will get the shooter's roll.
You know what Al McGuire, remember the late Al McGuire, the Marquette coach and the CBS commentator? He would call that a crier.
Oh, I like the crier.
That's a crier when one does that.
I like the crier. That'll work. And Al McGuire.
Looking at the timeout situation, Tim, here in this game, the Cardinals have 5 left in good shape, and Panola's got 2.
But they did get that possession.
They did save a possession in the first half.
But not to take away, but that's going to be tough down the stretch. You know, you fight. Let's say you fight your way back into it. You're going to exert so much energy to do that. It's going to be really, really, really hard to overcome.
5 on the shot, the 10-second count clock.
So you get it across. Here comes Lucky. Goes strong, hanging, and gets the kiss off the backboard. Score it for number 1, Kevin Lucky Cheatham.
His first points of the contest.
Boy, that was a nice move. That was one of those moves you do in a game of horse. Okay, I'm going to hang, I'm going to create, I'm going to go contact, then I'm going high off the square.
A chance for the Cardinals here, up 19.
Yeah, if they can have a good, strong 2 or 3 minutes, you feel like they will be able to put this thing away. Parrish says, let me have a 3, won't go, but Bargman's there. He gets the putback and going to the free throw line. Good, strong move there again. Andres Ibargüen.
Now with 14 points. Came in averaging 10.4 points and 10.7 rebounds.
My goodness gracious.
You average a double-double, you're an all-conference player.
Yeah, and he will sink that one.
He now leads the Cardinals with 15 points.
We've talked about it, but he's just an unselfish player. He's not one of those guys that's really just concerned about his stats. He'll do what his team needs. Here's a drive from Phillips, a drive and a dunk. Finish with the left, big fella.
Dunk you very much.
Absolutely, Ibargüen running the floor, getting down ahead of the pack there, and goes strong to the rim.
69-45. Cardinals won the first meeting 83-69.
They're on point today.
Foul away from the ball. That's be the 8th team foul now against the Cardinals, so it will be the 1-and-1 for the Ponies.
Got some substitutions coming on. Looks like it will be Robertson coming on for Cheatham. So Ichinike, Ibargüen, Robertson, Paris, and Phillips on the floor.
Be reminded our next and final webcast of the season will be on Wednesday, February the 28th when TJC comes to town for our doubleheader. Games will be at 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. here on the Cardinal Sports Network, and we hope you'll join us for that doubleheader.
It's hard to believe we're already talking about that. It's been
I know, right? Our 10th season of the Cardinal Sports Network is drawing to an end.
Shot is good, so going to make it a 22-point game with the free throws.
Pressure defense now applied by the Ponies. Need turnovers and followed by points.
Ichinike said, hey, I got position down here. I know that you're at half court, but he's working hard. I love it. Working away from the ball. Now they're going to set double screens up top. Robertson gets it down low. Baseline, the turnaround won't go.
Nice job of execution. They just didn't hit the points, and he stepped on the sideline.
Stepped on that sideline on the far side, so that'll cost. Probably looked like they were going to have a good opportunity of fast break points there. It was setting up nicely.
8:19 left in this one.
So Parrish walks it up the floor. They get in the paint and then the reach.
Oh, he's got such quickness.
Calling it out front, not a shooting foul.
It'll just be the 6th team foul on the Ponies, so the Cardinals will not be in the 1-and-1 until the next foul.
Still 8:07 to go.
But if you're the Cardinals, you use that shot clock and start milking it a little bit. You don't put it in a deep freeze because you can't because of the shot clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You want to.
But you got a fresh 20 anyway.
Get this thing into the 7-minute mark. I don't know if he knew that it was a reset.
Oh, I think he knew.
Oh, yeah, now that I think about it, he's like, I'm feeling it. I'm going to put it in. Ichinike battling Paris, knocked it away. Good hustle. A kick ball coming here. Great hustle, though, by.
You might be, if you're Panola, you'd rather have not called the kick ball on that situation.
Taylor was digging for Paylor on the other end.
One of the big storylines, Tim, and it could change, I mean, obviously in the final 7:55 is the fact that Panola is 2 of 13 from beyond the arc.
And I don't want to take anything away from Panola, but I think a lot of that has been that pressure defense we've talked about. That's had a big impact. The Cardinals have played well defensively today.
They really have. The last 3 games have been solid defensive games, and they really have. I think they'd be, Guy Fur would probably tell you, they've been 3 of the best they've had this season. So and this time of year is what you want to see.
I was going to say, is there any defining moment, a specific thing that you point to that you can say, or did it just start to gel, come together, or was it an emphasis made? The shot rattles out. Ichinike will pull that one down.
I don't know, Tim, as much as it's just a commitment. Defense takes a commitment. You've got to make the commitment to play defense, and the Cardinals have started doing that.
Yeah, and especially over the last 3, it's really stepped up.
That's not to say early on they weren't playing defense, but they were playing defense in spurts. Yeah. They have been consistent 40-game defensive efforts. If this one finishes up for 3 straight games now.
And it's been very noticeable. I mean, it impacted everything from scores, obviously, to just – the points on the other end. And so they'll try and walk it up the floor, get that ball as far down the floor.
Every second counts.
Sure. You're trying to manufacture time off that clock or add time to it. Ooh. Physical down in the paint. Kick out for 3. Shot is good. We're running into the official. A lot of look like a work zone down there trying to get through there. Ran into an official, coach. There's a foul out front. And that will be a timeout, media timeout, I believe, coming here with 6:52. Timeout.
Full timeout if charged to the Cardinals. Cardinals will have 4 remaining, up 19, 69-50. You're the Cardinals, just protect the basketball. You don't necessarily have to score on every possession, but you certainly want to get good looks, and you don't want to do anything silly.
That guy in the monitor right there has had his share of success on this court.
You think? It's got his name on it.
I was going to say, anytime you walk into the arena and your name's on the court with your autograph.
Anytime you got a banner hanging across the way that says Leon Spencer, NJCAA Hall of Fame, 809 career wins, Texas JUCO all-time winningest coach. Yeah,
he knows his way around this place.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
He's always so much fun to just pepper stories off of, and you hear from. I talked to him one night out in the parking lot after the game, and he's a lot of knowledge right there represented. So.
One of my favorite Coach Spencer stories was 2 seasons ago. He was sitting on the front row across the way, not in his normal seat. He was eating peanuts, and he was throwing the peanut shells down on the floor. And somebody who was sitting next to him looked down at him and said, "You're going to throw those on the floor?" And Coach Spencer didn't say this, but he should have said, "It's got my name on it. I'll do what I want."
That's right.
What I want to do.
I thought you were going to say he thought for a second he was at Roadhouse or something, getting into a little Texas Roadhouse action. So with 6:52 to go here, second half of play, 69-50, Cardinals up big and have led
the entire game.
Start to finish.
Jumped out to a 5-0 lead and haven't looked back. And
a lot of it started by that guy right there. Phillips had the first 5 points.
That's a dangerous pass there.
Drive, hanging and shooting, getting the roll. That is a nice bucket for Mitchell.
First field goal of the game, too.
And it'll give him 6 points to go along with those 4 free throws and that basket there.
If you're Panola, you have no choice now, but you've got to start throwing it in from 3-point range.
Yeah, and expect that defense to really be. Well, there's another one to fly. Expect that defense to really start hanging around the arch, even more so.
It's going to be the 1-and-1 to send Phillips to the free throw line. Lorenzo goes to the line with 12 points in the game. He's got 2 3-pointers.
So Lorenzo will have that opportunity now to put a couple more points on the score sheet for Trinity Valley. Already at the 71 mark here with 6:15 to go in this one.
Cardinals return to action Wednesday, going to Corsicana for a 7 p.m. tip-off against the Navarra College Bulldogs. That game will be carried by KCKL 95.9 FM. You can listen to it on 95.9 FM, or online you can listen to it at network1sports.com. That's network1sports.com. Lady Cards will be at home Wednesday for a 5:30 game against Angelina. Be no coverage on the Cardinal Sports Network, but you can follow our sports Twitter account at TVCC Sports, and I'll be providing live updates on that contest.
It's the first one to fall, and the second one is up and good. So Phillips 2 for 2 on that trip. Back up to a 20-point lead with just over 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. 3-point shot is on the way. That one's money, and they've kind of really started to hit that outside shot, which we expected.
We definitely expected and said it was going to happen. Just you're not the number one shooting team for no reason.
Yeah, they've hit, I believe, 3 or 4 now. Here's Mitchell on a fadeaway. Won't go. Miller tried to tap it back, or tap it to himself.
Cardinals could afford to be a little bit more selfish with the shot clock if they so chose.
Yeah, I wouldn't get much argument from Coach Furr at all, as they get a basket and a foul, so they're going to have a chance to cut it down even more, as it's now 73-58. Chance to make it a 14-point ball game. Substitutions back in the game. It's going to be Freeman and Cheatham.
You figure Panola was going to make at least one final run, not that because they really haven't had any runs. We're going to make a final run at the Cardinals, and this might be the start of it if the Cardinals don't get control of things.
Yeah, and they're 2 of 2 on their last 2 3-pointers. And now going to earn one the good old-fashioned way, looks like. They hit that free throw.
Yeah, essentially they've hit 3 3-pointers now in a row.
And it's always dangerous when you give a team the free throws. I think coming here is Mitchell's going to draw a foul. Yeah, we've talked about that between the coverage of number 23, Jeremy Roscoe. He's done a good job, but the time he got whistled for the foul away from the ball.
And Mitchell's got to step up now and be the team leader as he is and hit these 2 free throws just to afford what little momentum now that Panola's starting to feel and build. I mean, it's still a tall order to climb, but 14 points in the final 5:33 is very doable when you're a great 3-point shooting team like Panola is.
Yeah, absolutely. So with Mitchell at the free throw line, he gets the first one to go. Gets one end of force that second opportunity.
Has 7 points in the game, and 5 have come from the free throw line.
Go ahead and make it 6 as that one flies through.
Final score the first time around was 83-69.
Shot on the way, won't go. Pulled down by Miller.
Now here for the Cardinals, now you start using time off that clock.
Indeed, unless it's there for the tomahawk dunk. And that is what Mitchell saw, and he goes strong to the glass.
There is that.
A blocking foul here on Trinity Valley.
And that's what you don't want. You don't want to send them to the free throw line for the double bonus.
Clock's not moving.
Yeah, the clock's your best friend.
Boy, that is, I get everybody's still excited about the rim rattling dunk on the other end, but you just give this 2 points right back to him in essence if he hits his free throws.
With the clock stopped.
Yeah, the clock, they're not even having to eat any time off of it. First one is good. Count that for Geronde Boyd. Geronde Boyd out of Michigan City, Indiana. Michigan City High School. So 5:05 to go. And it's a 16-point game.
Pressure defense now coming from the Ponies. Token pressure now.
Cheatham gets it over the timeline. Running some clock, still 20 on the shot clock. Ichnike hands it off. Here's Chuck. Free throw fade. Won't go. Miller tapped it away off of the Panola Ponies.
going to be corrected, and it's going to go off off the Cardinals.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I thought at first that did look like Miller was the guilty offender, but the other official comes in with a little bit better angle.
So the Cardinals got to D it up here. A couple more minutes now just to put this one away.
Yeah, make them work. Here's a three, and that's good. Ichinike comes on, but now the danger with a team like Panola, who's a good three-point shooting team, they've cut it to 13. They've got into this after the fact, so to speak. All the pressure was off of them. They start hitting threes, and now they're like, hey, we can do something special here. You're only down 13.
Only down 13 with plenty of time left at the 4:28 mark. So if you're the Cardinals, you got to D up. You can't put the ball in a deep freeze down here. You got to stay aggressive and get the best shot. I think the last couple of trips the Cardinals have burned a little clock and then had to force something up. But I would get my personal 5 back out on the floor here and try to finish this thing up, because this would be inexcusable to let this one slip away after you led by as many points as you did a few minutes ago.
It would have extra sting on it, so to speak. So with the huddle wrapping up for Trinity Valley here, they will go on the floor and execute this final 4:28.
Again, other halftime scores today were Jacksonville 29, Angelina 27, Kilgore 38, Bossier Parish 33, Lee 38, Lamar State 38, Tyler 50, and Parish 31. So Tyler's definitely taking care of business at home, or was at halftime today. Right. And of course the Cardinals are still taking care of business here, but they've got a little work to do now. They've kind of made it a little bit of stress creeping in now.
Yeah, and Panola's playing without much pressure as they started heating up at that three-point line.
Credit the job that Jeremy Roscoe has done on Chuck Mitchell today for the Cardinals.
So they will be facing more of it right on cue. Roscoe taking Mitchell at three-quarter court. Now over the half-court line. Switch, and they'll work it.
15 on the shot clock.
Still want to be patient, but don't fall into that point where you just throw one up. So they will backdoor it. Reverse, too hard, won't go. Rebound is cleared out. Under 4 to go, and it's 13-point lead for the Cardinals. Robertson almost knocked it away, almost stole it on the other side, and then knocked away by Mitchell, but regained by the Ponies. Putback is good.
Ponies just have one timeout left.
It's down to an 11-point ball game here. Cardinals will clear out the back end and let Cheatham bring it up the floor. So Lucky clears it.
Big possession. You don't want to let the Ponies get within 9 psychologically.
Yeah, it's a big possession, absolutely. So they'll get it to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to have a screen. Goes left side though. Throws up a 3 with 5 on the clock. Hits the 3-point dagger. Makes it an 80-66 lead. That was a big basket.
That's a big bucket by Chuck Mitchell.
Between the legs, backdoor pass. Nice job and good visual there to make it a 12-point game. How about that basket? Roscoe finding the opening. Drive and a blocking foul.
Wow. That was about to be.
I was going to say that could go back the other direction. Fortunately, the Cardinals go the line.
And you're going to have to hit your free throws because you're about to shoot a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. They don't have timeouts to execute, so they'll use that free throw, number one, stop the clock, fouls to stop the clock, and then make a mini timeout of it.
Exactly. That's what they're going to do.
So you got all 5 guys over with the coaching staff here, Coach McMillan in his 3rd season. Boy, he's done a good job with this program.
Well, 2 years ago, if you recall, Bucket Ballman's last year's head coach, they played Panola in the regional championship game down at Lufkin. Cardinals did in 1.
They did give him a delay of game warning there, so no one was in the paint down on the block. Coach McMillan said, sorry, that's one. I don't buy for a second that he didn't know what he was doing there. He's making the most of it. Smart move, man. You build a timeout there when you can. But yeah, you're right. You talked about this first year here. They made some noise.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
2 years ago in his second year.
So 81-68 with Cheatham at the line. We'll get that one to fall. Phillips will come on for Cheatham, the free throw shooter.
2:47 left, 14-point Cardinal lead, trying to improve to 24-3 overall, 15-1 in conference play, and protect that number 7 national ranking.
Paris will pick up his man.
And I will say this, Tim, one team of Salt Lake above the Cardinals in the national rankings has lost this week. So there's a chance the Cardinals could move up to number 6. And there's a holding foul going to be called here.
How about that? That looked like Paris or Phillips, one of them was about to get the rebound, and then they realized, oh, it looks like a Bargwin's within 5 to 10 feet of it, and snatch. He comes out, and I mean, he's just a monster on the boards, isn't he?
Andres has 17 points in the contest. He came in averaging 10.4.
Big day this afternoon for number 20.
And I apologize I don't have his rebound total, but I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have a double-double going.
Yeah, he's just been solid all over the place today. Comes through clutch at the free throw line there with 2:33 to go.
And we've talked a couple of weeks ago about how last year he was counted on more for scoring, but this year that wasn't his role, and he's responded and answered affirmatively, but yet we have seen him step up the last 2 or 3 games and have some big scoring games.
So final 2.5 here. Cardinals trying to close it out. That will be rebounded this time from Mitchell. Little bounce step there. Thought they might. The whistle there. It's been there all afternoon. Away from the ball, they will call the foul on. This time it's going to be on number 23.
And Roscoe's going to be called for the foul.
Roscoe has fouled out of the ballgame, I believe. Is that his 5th?
That is his 5th.
So Roscoe did a good job this afternoon slowing down Mitchell.
He really did. I mean, he did. Chuck's wound up with 13 points now after that last 3-pointer that he just hit that was so clutch, but the majority of his points come from the free throw line.
Yeah, he's made him earn all of it. Free throw won't go.
In and out.
Dribble off the top of the rim and falls out.
Robinson, the 16th freshman of Modesto, California, has got 7 points in the game. Came in averaging 9. And he missed both
again. So 0 for 2 there with 2:02 to go. Trying to dribble, penetrate, kick out for 3. Won't go. Paris taps it to himself and will get it over to Lorenzo Phillips.
Under 2 minutes now. Cardinals about to close this one out.
Yeah, I got to feel good about the way they've played today. They've really, like I said, they've never been in doubt. They came out from start all the way to finish, never trailing in this game. Missed shot. Now under 90 seconds to go. Here come the Panola Ponies. There's a foul, though, stopping the clock at 1:23. Robinson going strong for the block.
And the danger of that is not only does it stop the clock, but if the shot happens to fall, then you've given them a little, I understand it's a 16-point game now, but there's still 1:23 left, and those 3-point plays add up.
They do. We saw it earlier. They hit a couple of threes and earned a 3-point play.
They had 9 points there in a row, not in a row, but they're 9 points in succession at one point for them. That was as a result of 2 3-pointers and a 3-point play.
All said as it's be points with the clock not moving. That's never what you want to see if you're in lead.
Again, the first meeting between these two teams, the Cardinals won 83-69, so about where we're at right now.
Impressed with Coach Furr and how he's pulled this team together. They are playing at a really nice pace, and they have come out on point today. About to get their 24th win of the year, 15th win in Region 14 play. They're a minute away from doing that here, up by 14. Look at the concentration there from Mitchell. Now the pass inside. Bargwin with the dunk.
Now with 21 points.
I was about to say, that puts him in 20 range. He's now got 21. So under a minute to go. Rebound is going to be Chuck to dribble it out here for over the timeline. Now they can't close it out.
They can't close it out, and Panola's not going to foul.
He'll go to the basket.
Well, he had no choice. I mean, he couldn't dribble it out, so he had to score.
Might as well get those points. No, you're right, because they were forced him to the point he had to go out, and he was wide open. Here's a dunk on the other end.
Now, at this point, you don't score again.
This will be an opportunity to dribble it out. Lorenzo will be fouled, and the Cardinals right at that 88-point per game clip here. Of course,
they have hit their average
line.
A little over their defensive average at 66. But look at Panola. They came in averaging 82.3 and giving up 55.1. So 33 points over that defensive average,
Win on both sides of that, defensively and offensively. So Phillips finishes it the way he started it. I mean, he's had a great game this afternoon.
He really has.
Got him started with the three-pointer to get the scoring going, and they haven't looked back. Gets a second to fly. 16 points on the afternoon for Lorenzo. Phillips, a 6-foot sophomore out of Houston. There's a three-point shot. It's good. And Coach McMillan's calling off the dogs. He's like, hey, back away. We got 14 seconds to go here. No. Trinity Valley is going to dribble this one out. I mean, you think about it. They've drilled it. They buried it. They flung it. They got it every which way they could today. Get the win today, Benny.
That's going to wrap it up with the Cardinals scoring a 90-75 win. We'll take a look at the Cardinals scoring. Cheatham had 4. Mitchell had 13. Lorenzo Phillips 16. Freeman 7. Miller 4. Roberson 6. Andres Barwin 21. Echenike 5. Damari Paris 7. Robinson Idahan 7. The Cardinals improved to 24-3 overall, 15-1 in conference play, protecting that number 7 national ranking. The Ponies, who had won 5 straight coming in, the Cardinals have now won 7 straight. The Ponies fall to 17-9 and 9-6. Again, our next and final webcast of the season will be on Wednesday, February the 28th, when the Cardinals and Lady Cardinals take on TJC in 5:30 and 7:30 p.m. tip-off. For Tim Howard and our talented Cardinal Sports Network team, this is Benny Rogers bidding you good afternoon from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.